What's happening, fuckers? Please excuse the mess. I've been doing a bit of, quote unquote, baking, and as you can see, I've managed to spill jam all over the fucking place. That smile and I'm sticking to it. It's easier to explain than the voices on my answering machine, which keep telling me to chill. Or even the fact I have an answering machine at all. Anyway, today we're taking a look at Hotline Miami, a fast-paced orgy of violence, and an expose on what living in Miami really does to a motherfucker. So, let's get into it, shall we? Hotline Miami is a top-down shooter, pool cue brutality simulator, and the most intense thing to come out of Miami since that guy ate somebody's face. In Hotline Miami, you play as a nameless character, dubbed Jacket, by the community, either due to his choice of attire, or some unmentioned excessive masturbatory habits, as he relentlessly slaughters members of the Russian mafia, at the behest of the funny little voices coming out his phone. Things then begin to devolve, and it all gets a bit David Lynch, as it becomes apparent that this isn't a normal thing to do, even by Florida standards. Hotline Miami prioritizes speed and brutality. It offers an array of weapons, both melee and ranged, as well as various masks selected before each level, which offer special buffs and abilities. These are used to clear all the enemies at each stage, which must be done without taking any damage, since apparently Jacket's bones are made of breadsticks, and he dies in one hit. This creates an interesting risk-reward dynamic, requiring balance between the reward of clearing multiple enemies in one go, with the risk you'll end up having your soft spot pressed in, if you're noticed too early.
Are you going trick-or-treating?
No, probably.
Hotline Miami works well because it understands what makes this kind of game fun, and absolutely nails these fundamentals. The movement is fucking tight, and ensures that the game is responsive despite its breakneck pace, making the feeling of pulling off combos incredibly rewarding. Combat also feels satisfying. Whether it be a shotgun, an old-fashioned baseball bat lobotomy, or the mittens that God gave you, every weapon has an incredible sense of weight when used. These two factors combine to create a really enjoyable experience, and frankly, ultra-violence has never felt so good. These are all solid foundations, but what really elevates Hotline Miami is how they are implemented. Gameplay occurs at a lightning pace, encouraging you to be, as the Garden Gnome says,
Fast as fuck, boy!
by offering extra points for chaining kills into longer combos. These points go towards unlocking new weapons, such as a power drill, a fire axe for the Huey Lewis fans among us, and a Supreme brand crowbar. Finishing each level with a high enough score also unlocks various new masks, such as Little Mole Fella, Mr. Hands, and Tony the Tiger, who can crush someone's skull with a single punch. My issues with Hotline Miami are incredibly minor, and can be easily chalked down to me being salty as fuck. The difficulty curve is tough but fair, carefully walking the tightrope between rewardingly difficult and outright fucking bullshit. On a couple of occasions, your limited view of the map becomes an issue, resulting in being domed by a guy from down a corridor you can't see, like Jacket forgot to put in his prescription lenses. This is combined with the enemy's reaction times being akin to a man who chugged 7 white monsters that morning, and it leads to some aggravating moments. Additionally, the game occasionally forgoes the concept of tough but fair altogether, and will just throw some complete nonsense at you. It can range from a vent coming in through the wall, to the whole room fucking exploding. And considering the limited number of checkpoints per chapter, and the fact that you have to complete each chapter for it to save, it would occasionally make me quite upset. In terms of presentation, Hotline Miami can best be described as
absolutely gorgeous.
Despite being limited by its top-down perspective, Hotline Miami manages to create a unique aesthetic that's one part original Grand Theft Auto, one part Miami Vice, and one part scuzzy video nasty, which allows for a level of overkill that just wouldn't work the same way in any other style. The game environment feels bright and vibrant, while still keeping the sense of brutal and grungy reality close to the surface, and is a style that pairs perfectly with the gameplay. The game's music is also fucking brilliant, containing tracks from artists such as Moon, Scattle, and Perturbator. Hotline Miami's soundtrack consists of fast-paced grungy synthwave, or the perfect music to Jeffrey Dahmer someone too. It sells the bleak, brutal nature of the game world, while keeping pace with the gameplay's orgy of violence. In addition to the music, the sound design is also impressive. It does a fantastic job in making each kill feel satisfying, whether it be the bellowing shotgun blast, or smashing someone's head like a watermelon. All very good shit. Overall, Hotline Miami is an absolute classic, and is a must-play for those of you who appreciate pool cue-related violence. It's a simple game that knows what people want, and it delivers it in spades, providing both an interesting story and enjoyable twin-stick gameplay of exceptional quality. Anyway, I'll be off now. There is more. quote unquote baking to be done, and I'm in the mood for some jam. That's why I'm bringing my cooking grill with me. It's not murder. It's baking.